we started hearing this little rumbling. You started hearing this rumbling. We started hearing things were being said at town halls. People hadn't showed up in town. People hadn't even had town halls in a long time. And what we had in America up to that point is exactly what Garfield said. Where he said, if you have recklessness and corruption in government, it's because the people are tolerating recklessness and corruption in government. And you know, he didn't last long as a president. In fact, he was the shortest presidency in the history of the country. But he sure left that knowing, and that's what happened. While we were sleeping, the liberals have been moving this country to an addiction that is going to be extremely hard to break. And I think it culminated during that time when they said, okay, if we haven't broken down society enough, when we can look into every inner city across this country and see the damage of the welfare state, to see what happens when you're government dependent. If we haven't done it enough, now let's get everybody else on Uncle Sam's plantation. And they began that social engineering. They started with healthcare, and the people were rumbling and coming out to the town halls. And the next thing we know, they were coming to Washington, D.C. It was an exciting day when y'all, those of you that are Tea Partiers, showed up in Washington, because you always have the few, the faithful, that are trying to do the right thing in Washington to keep those legislators in check and to try to get social policy that reflects the founding of this country. Not just social policy, all public policy. Just my emphasis is a social policy. So when that wave began, and the next thing you know, people are saying, we're going to just replace Washington and send up some people who understand the Constitution, who understand freedom, who understand personal responsibility, who understand traditional values, limited government, free markets, strong national allegiance and defense. It was moving out west, and we thought, well, golly, maybe it'll come to California too. Haven't we had enough? I mean, we have tried every single idea of liberalism and leftism, and we are in serious trouble.